Duncan and Larry's question between the 5 stations the 5 vehicles that frequent a hydrogen fueling station, Duncan mentioned, and the 2,000 or so vehicles that you also mentioned for a gasoline station, and Larry's need for 4-day hydrogen fueling stations in the Southern California area. How do you balance the two?
I'm getting tired of answering all the questions here, but I think I have to go first and then Larry second. That's exactly what we're trying to work out, so let me just make one comment. Shell Hydrogen is happy to be a leader amongst the energy companies, but I don't think we can take on the whole load. So one of the obvious answers is continued involvement of some of our other energy company colleagues. And then the second one, I think, is very much sitting down with Larry's team and other colleagues in the auto industry and saying, well, exactly where your vehicle's going to be, and is 40 the right number, is it 30, and all that kind of stuff. So that's exactly what we're working on, and I think we'll have it'll probably be within a few months, by the end of this year, we'll have something sorted. So I think we can find middle ground that will be acceptable to both.
Yeah, I think that's a very important question. We have an excellent relationship with Shell Hydrogen, with Chevron, and many of the other energy suppliers. Hopefully you picked up in my presentation, the reason we're at a critical juncture, I believe, in the auto industry right now is it's as much an issue of trust and credibility and confidence of the leaders above people like us on our panel. We work in large corporations, and those corporations need to get returns for their shareholders. We need to make businesses out of this. And in our particular case, when we launched Project Driveway with 100 Equinox fuel cell vehicles with the intent of maybe half of them being here in California, we did that with the belief that there would be stations available, because we indicated 3 years ago that we were going to have these cars here. And I told my boss that was going to be the case, and then when we got ready to hand these over to customers, we found ourselves buying mobile refuelers and putting them in ourselves because we needed to have the hydrogen for our customers. Now the next play isn't 100 vehicles, it gets into the thousands of vehicles, and that gets into significant investment. And when I go to my boss the next time, he's going to ask me, am I going to have to buy 40 stations? Because you need 40 stations to support your next play, or no kidding, is there going to be an infrastructure? At the same time, I'm sympathetic to what the energy companies are looking at, because there has been a pretty long history of promises that this technology is ready to go and ramp up on the vehicle side. And I don't expect energy companies to put stations in and have them sit idle and not be utilized because we don't deliver the vehicles. I believe we have a great relationship with Shell Hydrogen, and we're building that credibility and trust between us. We'll continue to do that with other energy companies. But we have to see the evidence and see it clearly that these stations are going to be available, or it's going to be tougher and tougher for us to keep learning with real customers and real market transition. Thank you.
Well, when you find a way to work together, I want to tell you, without committing the agency, that we're supportive of expanding the hydrogen fueling station network in California. As I mentioned today, it's no question of money, but finding the right balance.